Yo, hello, welcome to day 21 of Virtue's Last Reward, 5:35 p.m. Pacific. Happy Thursday. Thank you for being here. Sorry for the slight delay. I went to go get some coffee, but we are good to go. Let me go ahead and tweet this out. And then we shall get started. Day 21. All right. Looking for a GIF. All right, tweet is out. We are good to go. I am hoping. I've been saying the past 2 days that I would be streaming until 8, but one day I had to stop around 7ish, and then yesterday we stopped around 7:30ish. So hopeful for 8, but anything could happen. We shall see. Oh my god, man, we're 50 hours. We broke 50 hours. The picture. Oh yeah, oh my, the picture. Well, yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah. I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
Oh, he did.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma?
He's gonna... Never mind.
The others are probably already waiting.
All right. See you two later then.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
Bye. Wait, so Quark went with him? I watched him jog off toward the blue door. And then they were gone. What up? Thank you for the retweet, Dryad. Guess I should be getting back then. So we're going back to the warehouse to meet with everybody. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. So, based on where we're at, we've only been through the white doors, I believe, once. Because this one right here, this escape icon, is my interpretation of being the white chromatic doors. Otherwise, the rest of the doors are colored. There's this one, but This is just related to the colored doors, but before that, yeah, I don't think we've ever gone through the white doors. And the only other time I can remember going through a white door is this playthrough right here, which is where we're able to actually like interact with the computer. So this is kind of uncharted territory, because anytime we've gone beyond actually, I won't even say beyond the white doors. Anything like prior to the white doors opening, it's always been bomb related. Yo, what up, Sval? I'm good. How are you? You working again today? I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. I think this morning I briefly hopped on Twitch to see who was streaming, and I saw that you weren't playing that game anymore, so I'm assuming you beat it. Kay and Luna, Fine Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it.
Oh, I'm so happy.
You see? I can be considerate.
Wow. But Tembioji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
They'll be here in a few minutes.
How do you know?
No big deal.
How do you know? While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Oh, dude. We've, like, besides the director's room, like, nothing has been revealed. Like, the other rooms haven't really been talked about. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. Okay, well, thanks a lot. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tembioji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look. Uh-oh.
Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away. Oh, man, if there's anything that we've learned, we should not be alone.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
What? What does that mean? I don't think, okay. Look, I'm just going to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right, see you guys later. Oh no, here we go. Nice. You're at work. Doing 3 out of 3 night shift. Oh, so it's your last night. Sweet, man. Making more money to support your gaming habit. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. That and clean food. Nice, man. I always see you post pictures how you were supporting the Korean products, man. Appreciate it. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, man, I got you. If you have questions, like, let me know. You seem like you know what to get. regardless. If you're looking for something healthy, I recently bought, I don't know if you've ever had sweet and spicy cold noodles, but they have a like shirataki version, you know, like tofu noodle version. So if you ever see that, like it's pretty healthy and it's tasty too. It just comes with a package of tofu noodles, so it's like a noodle substitute, but it actually goes really well with the sauce. So it comes in it's like a big package, and it has 2 packages inside. One is for the noodles, and then the other one is like, you know, like a seasoning packet, like in ramen. It's kind of like that, but it's like pre-made sauce. Some Asia store here in Oslo import stuff, but not all. Seem to have like a pretty decent variety. Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture is gone, though. Temioji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. Also need money for my shakes since I use a lot of milk and frozen veggies. I got you. Yeah. I mean, the noodles aren't like the healthiest thing, but there's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself once in a while. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Like, I won't deny it. I wanted to be super strict with my, you know, like my dieting and eating healthy, but I have already failed. Today, I haven't. Actually, I took a sip of iced coffee. A little bit. After they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. It's not easy, I know. Yeah, a lot of people, not to say I'm some kind of like dieting expert, but when people ask like, oh, you know, what can I do? You know, what do I need to know, or what do I need to do? I always tell people the hardest thing about being on a diet is just like willpower, right? You have to, if you get cravings, or you want to go, you want to break from what you're trying to do, it's like having the will to stop yourself is absolutely like the hardest part of trying to be healthy. And for people that say like, oh, you know what, I can eat whatever I want and work out, no way, dude. Diet is way more important than working out. Not to say that working out is not, as important, and just saying that you can't, let's not say can't. It's all different, because we're all, we all have different bodies and things like that. But from my experience, you either have to eat healthy and work out, or you just have to eat healthy, because if you just focus on working out but your diet is like trash, like you're not gonna have any progress. Workout is 30%, eating right is 70%. Yeah, it's like I don't know percentage wise, but I definitely lean towards eating healthy is absolutely necessary in order to, if your goal is to lose weight. Huh? Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. And I try to drink more water. I suck at it. I would say I'm pretty good at drinking water. I drink a pretty good amount. It makes me pee like every 30 minutes, but I still get hungry. I pack up the map and was headed. I'd pack up the map and was headed toward the door when. Huh? Uh-oh. There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. Oh, shoot. What is that, man? That's from my Star Trek. Yo, what up, Robbie? Yeah, my weight might be up, but I am way healthier than I was years ago. I don't eat garbage, but I do eat out less. Yeah, all of that is very important. And it's hard to sustain that mentality and that willpower. Keep that willpower when you're put in certain situations where it makes it harder for you to, of course, stick to what you're trying to do. So it sucks because when you are trying to be healthy or you're on a diet, it's not just changing your food. It's absolutely changing your whole like lifestyle, right? Like your lifestyle and just like your social. If you have any semblance of a social life, it absolutely does change. If you're trying to avoid being in those situations. What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. What change was I work out more and consistently. I think being dedicated, like not just the workout, like being healthy with your body, but working out on a consistent basis also kind of motivates you, not just in the workout area, but trying to be better with just be healthy overall. And I joke, I'm pretty big dude, but I absolutely love food. Yo, it's that Kiyu. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. Looks like the Star Trek Enterprise. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it slowly. Whoa!
So, you finally made it.
Hongu? Tenmyoji? Who is this? No, you're...
I am Zero.
For reals? Yo, he has a Fitbit too.
I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording.
No, Sigma, don't go towards the lights. Why does Zero have like 2 handcuffs on his belt? Because they represent 2 zeros. Because he's Zero, apparently.
I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
All right, we got to look at him closely. He has a monocle. Dude has a monocle. He has kind of grayish hair. Kind of looks like, I don't know. He has a glove on one side with a long sleeve jacket, but the other side, his sleeve is rolled up without a glove, and he has a Fitbit. What if he's like Tenmyoji from the future, right? And he left like this hologram thing to try to, get the doors open from the future to affect the past so he can like leave quicker or something. Like that would be kind of crazy. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my balled fist at my side.
Where to begin?
He looks like a pirate captain. He kind of does. He is fashion disaster. In other, like we say he's like a, you know, he looks weird and his fashion is like a disaster, but some people are like, oh my god, where do I get that ensemble? Gonna cost like $10,000.
There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited.
Like, ridiculous looking is the new cool. That's the time we live in.
As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you.
What's up?
First, I will tell you about termites. In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now.
Yes, I do.
Perfectly understandable.
Yo, Bookmark, thank you for the host. Termites? Thank you, Bookmark.
The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects.
The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. Yes. Yo, Q, thank you for the host. That jacket reminds me of Dio's hand. Jacket reminds me of Dio. Kind of. Thank you, Q.
I suspect it hardly seems fair.
How's it going? We didn't start too long ago.
Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate.
Yo, what up, Fizz? I just saw your name just now. Yo, I saw your picture, man, with the flip-flops. Way to represent California.
So I ask that you listen carefully.
That's me too, man. I'm all about the flip-flops. I don't know why slides are actually so popular, and like flip-flops, you don't really see them. Like, I always see people saying like, oh, slides, and you see all these sales on like slides and stuff. I'm like, dude, if I can't wear shoes without having them fly off when I'm on like a ride, I am okay. It's very important in a way it will determine your fate, so I ask that you listen carefully. Okay, I'm listening.
Have you ever seen a termite mound?
No.
They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art.
Middle of winter? Yeah, dude, the weather does not faze me.
Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
Okay. Was this, am I like an ant in an ant farm? Is this what you're trying to tell me?
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA.
It looks like a perpendicular turd. It kind of did. I was trying to not reference the poop So I was like, it kind of looks like carrots. Only then can you appreciate the structure of the termite. Yep, I appreciate it via comparing it to a poo-poo.
No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate.
Yo, Sval, thank you for the retweet. No doubt you see how it is analogy supposed to illustrate.
Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence.
What if he's Santa? What if he's Clover's brother? Kind of looks like him a little bit, like an older version. Maybe the monocle is so he can actually see. Maybe in the future, even though he's blind, like they have some technology where you are, or they make it so he can see. That'd be crazy, man. I'm trying to think of every possible explanation.
We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial.
Yo, didn't what was his face? Clover's brother? Didn't he kind of dress like a pirate too? Dude. I think architects and construction would beg to differ. I should hope they know what they're building. The architects and construction would beg to differ. I hope they know what they're building. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's very important. He's talking about us as the Sims, obviously. I'm gonna make a swimming pool with no ladder. That isn't a monocle, it's a bottle opener. We just can't see the Corona logo. He did that captain like top. Yep.
If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think.
Maybe that rainbow plant thing is kind of related to what he was talking about. Kind of looks similar.
Consider what I've said.
Clover, where are you? You should know this. I bet you she already knows something, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to retain all that information, but all I got from that was termites.
Let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Oh, yo, someone write this down.
It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
Dude, it's kind of crazy how we ended up picking the playthrough that gives us the code for the bomb. Like, we just kind of picked this one randomly. Bomb?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is
What's up?
BQZ RGJ DXR.
Yo, write it down. Let's fucking do it before you guys. BQZ RGJ DXR. Boom. All right. Yo, should we actually just bypass this and go disarm the bomb since we know? What you think? We could. Since that was our original goal. Or we could hear him out and then go. Maybe we'll hear him out. Maybe, yeah, we'll hear him out. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Yeah, because at this point, based on this flowchart, all the bomb related stuff is like up to here only. Something like that. And this whole section right here, like half of the flowchart is, there's no bomb related. no bomb relation. The password is recording powers down. Oh, I thought the password would be 12345. It'd be ironic if it was. Was he saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey.
It will now self-destruct.
Before I go, however, I have a warning.
What's up?
You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here.
Okay. Well, when you're recording, how would you know?
If you do, you will be penalized.
Immediately. Immediately?
I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait! God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at empty air. Dude, it's dark now. I'm scared. The hologram had disappeared. It's all knowledge on the left side, basically. The left side? The left side, I feel like, has more death-related content. And the right side is more related to the bombs and stuff regarding, like, Radical 6. Kind of. I don't know. I'm just generalizing. So left is a lot of stuff happens, but we don't have the answers to, and the right side is mostly answering all the stuff that happened on the left, including the bombs. But just generalizing. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit. I kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain. All players, please, if no vote is...
Aw, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. Hold on, so... we should wait until we get to this point, because I don't want to have to read all that stuff again. Although I think we'd be able to skip it, but it's okay.
Grandpa!
Whoa, they're here.
Look, Mr. Sigma's back!
Took you long enough.
Where'd you guys go? Oh, they went the other way. Pant. Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah.
Aw.
Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Alright, okay. What's up? You gonna tell me about your porn collection?
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
Look at his face. And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want. Yo, Sigma, why you being so mean, dude? What up, Agus? Lurking while I exercise a bit. Nice. We're just talking about exercise and diet and stuff like that. You too, man. Happy Thursday.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP.
Okay.
We're already on the home stretch.
Right.
So what do we need to get to the magic number?
Just one.
Well, we need you to choose ally.
What if you betray?
If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
Okay, well, what are we? Oh, we're 3. Dude, if they betrayed us, we would die. You get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
Dude, you know what though? You know what? We could convince them, be like, yo, I'm gonna hit betray, okay? So I'm gonna have 6 points, and then you guys will have 6 points, right? And then the next game, hopefully we're not paired up. All of us can betray, and then we'll all have 9, maybe. We just gotta convince the other people to hit ally so we can betray them, and then the 3 of us can get out. Hell yeah. Now we would be 1. Oh right, because you lose 2 points. Right. You only use 2 points. Yeah. True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. I am mad if they betray me. That would mean you choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
I mean, dude, even if they do betray us, we're not in danger. We'll have 1 point still. So it's not like life or death or anything like that. Although this whole game in general is life or death. Alright, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this and both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
Oh yeah? Who are you? Well, the owner of Men's Warehouse? How?
I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it.
Oh, you swear. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, if you weren't going to swear it, I would have like kind of been skeptical, but you swear, so
we
sure.
aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too.
Okay. I gotta trust the kid.
I promise.
Man, so all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it.
Oh my.
Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us!
But I mean, the thing is, if they are not willing to leave once they hit 9, why are they so desperate to hit 9 to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Like, they could be like, you know what? It's, you know, your points are kind of low. You can betray us. You know, we'll still have 6, and you know, then people won't think that we're just gonna take off. Like, why do you absolutely need to have 9 if you're not gonna leave?
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally. You promised.
You promised to. With that, they turned and ran into the AV room second from the right. Well, I guess I should get moving. All right.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
So at this point, we're like, we can follow through on this, or we can put a hold. We can put a hold to it, go disarm the bomb, and see what happens. The only thing stopping me from making any sort of decision is that I've mentioned this before. I never thought jumping around would affect what happens, but I still do want to believe that for the most part everything's kind of linear. So even though the like decision we made changed, they somehow, like over here, and it made the other person's vote flip. I still want to believe that they somehow manipulated you to make you think that the other character had like the upper hand, so to make you think it was possible. But I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyoji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9, and choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet, but
Please! You've gotta trust us! You've gotta choose ally! You promised!
Tenmyoji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
I kind of just want to ally with them. Because, I mean, the kid hasn't really been involved very much in the game thus far. Most of the time, he's just been sleeping.
Nine, 8, 7,
We're going to ally.
6,
And if he leaves,
5,
whatever.
4,
But
3,
we're going to come back and
2,
betray them anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Round 3 of results. Thank you for your
But if there's anything, I'm being a little bit naive, because if there's anything based on how the game has played out thus far, is that most people, once they hit 9, they're out. Like, they bounce. Like, doesn't matter how friendly they were throughout the game or whatever. Like, most people, once they hit 9, they're just like, all right, peace.
Ambidex's game.
So we probably got debated here. Maybe. Although it is both of them.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
What if they betrayed us? That would be so shitty. Because even if they ally, we ally. Yeah, that would be so. That would be shitty.
Please direct.
Damn. Oh shit. Clover hit 11 too. Dude, what the hell, man? Hey, look, it's shitty. Oh my god.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
And I hate that fucking kid.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet.
Screw that kid! He's crazy! Well, I'm gonna pick that kid up and we're gonna throw him across the room. Hey! What the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this.
Whatever. I'll blame the kid.
I made the vote.
I'm gonna blame the kid anyways.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyoji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
Okay. Wait, no he didn't. Wait, did he? So you're not going to leave?
Not what I said.
Huh?
Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
Oh, you bitch. What? Don't tell me. This is why you gotta keep track of people's numbers, and I haven't been. Yo, you know what would be cool?
Oh, no.
If someone, it'd be cool, but also kind of selective. If someone made a game that utilizes 2 screens, right? Because that's never been a thing. I mean, you can stretch your game out to be across 2 screens, but there's not a game where you have to use 2 screens at the same time. That'd be kind of cool.
Jeez. That bitch.
My thoughts exactly.
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
Dude, I bet you, man, Clover... Clover's connected to Zero somehow.
But why?
I'm going to go call the others. So we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma,
Hype, hype. What up, Charles?
happy?
No?
I kept my promise.
So?
Clover opened the door, not me.
Oh, you know what? I feel so reassured now that you promised that you wouldn't open it, and it's absolutely fine that Clover opened it and you can still leave. Like, you know, and you know, you made me believe that you were gonna ally, but you betrayed. But it's all good because you promised. You kept your promise, man. You didn't open that door. Like hell, I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyoji.
You say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah. No point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Her name is Clover. Our life is over. Nice.
The number 9 door has been, or it will remain.
Let's go.
Grab her!
Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is.
This is see how it's like so many pages long? It's the list of his hentai collection.
So,
Like he's like, these are my grandpa's favorite hentais.
read it, okay?
He pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Then he turned and ran towards the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
The number 9 door. This ends. Thank you. As the game is over, or escape is not possible. Please enjoy.
All right. Time to read the list of movies.
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
It'd be funny if you open it and it's like, psych, bitch! I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read. He drew pictures too, apparently. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess they must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. So he didn't know how to mix the formula, so he breastfed me. That's why he is so skinny. Also, I was pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. Huh. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. So he's not his real grandpa. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. In a wagon? Is this like after the apocalypse or something? Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd ask her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? How come you don't want me, dude? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he'd brag to everybody about how he had a mom. And that kid's name was Dio. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. Oh, what a great influence. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here, but I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. It sounds like the lounge area, kind of. But that's kind of also the only way I could tie it together, so that's why I bring it up. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Whoa. Damn, he got him a scotch too, man, with vanilla ice cream. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. Never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink, but there it was right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He had already turned around and moved off though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I feel like the luckiest boy in the whole world, or felt. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Oh, this makes me feel so much better being trapped in this place for all eternity. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He'd bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. I don't know about that. Now I want a malt liquor. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I torn one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they were all useless. It's because he didn't bring a VHS of you know what. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" And then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, so I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. Yo, child labor, man. It's free. I mean, it did cost a root beer float, but after a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then, I started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. I'm going to have to try a root beer float with non-dairy ice cream. Are you like lactose? The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that it would only save Grandpa. I never asked for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. God damn, man. Who's cutting these onions? The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was a little scared. I'm not lactose intolerant, but my body reacts oddly to dairy. Maybe you are lactose then. I mean, isn't that what kind of what lactose is? Like you aren't tolerant to, like your body's not tolerant to it. Because when people, usually for me, when I hear lactose intolerant, I'm like, okay, it gives you like the runs or something like that. But I know people that the second they drink anything or eat anything dairy related, it's just like they can't stop farting. Like it's ridiculous. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. I mean, like, I think it might be a scale for some folks. Yeah, for sure. It's not like it's not a consistent, it's not like a specific thing. Dairy causes pus-filled abscesses to form on my armpits. Whoa. I never heard of that. Maybe that's more of an allergy or something. But when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone, but maybe he'd been a little too strict. All the things I worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I cried that much since I was a baby, but he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. I think that is sort of beyond the definition of lactose, or like, maybe it's like allergy. Not, of course not. I know this is a very emotional moment, but I like to, self-defense, like to try to be funny. Try is the key word. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. All right, so the old lady was the person he was looking for. That lady is, I hope it's not Akane. It's Akane, an old Akane, and this dude is I don't know. It's either Junpei or he is a third wheel. Even if he said I couldn't. Emotion. Is that the ending? That was okay. I mean, that was a 10 Miyoji ending in Root Beer Veritas. That was like, I mean, it kind of shed some light on their relationship, but it didn't really enlighten me very much as far as what's going on in the game. The only the biggest thing is that number one, he had a picture of a young Akane. And number two, we saw someone who claimed to be Zero and we got the bomb password. That's like the biggest things in this playthrough. Tenmyoji. Now you can disarm the bomb. Yup. Oh my god, look, we're filling out the question marks, man. We got majority faces now. Majority faces. I kind of want to just go back and betray their ass. Right? And be like, yo, you just promised that you wouldn't open the door. You know, so that meant like you were going to get Clover to open it. I know. I'm a time traveler. I know this. If he was Junpei, he was tired of these Nonary based games. I would be too. We don't just have Dio now. I know, right? Dude, it was a Dio by himself for the longest time. I kind of want to go back and betray them. Actually, even if we betrayed them, they'd still be able to make it out. Wait, no, they wouldn't. Wait. No, they wouldn't. Clover could leave. It's probably game over because Clover leaves. Whatever. Let's go betray them. You know that letter? You know what that letter was for, actually? Instead of trying to give us a guilt trip or trying to justify them ditching us, it's to try to change our mind, trying to change our mind to go back into the flowchart and betray them. Didn't work. Didn't work.
One minute.
After this, we're gonna go disarm the bomb. Just so we can get this section done with.
Results from please.
I bet you they allied with us. That would be the major twist. Oh, okay. Woo! I mean, Quark just told you he is basically an orphan and you were going to betray him. I mean, he made it out in a different timeline, so, you know, I'm happy for them.
Points have been. Please check.
It's a different timeline, you know? Just it doesn't affect them now because they made it out then. Hey, what's the deal?
Quark had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though.
Clover's gone.
Clover's over by the door.
What? Ow. We'll take back control of this game. Yeah, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Boy cries you a sweater of tears and you kill him. How you gonna live with yourself?
The number 9 door.
What you mean? He ain't dead. Oh, the number 9 door.
Fuck, she opened it.
Ugh! Why? Clover, wait!
Yeah, everyone ignore the fact that we betrayed and look at Clover. Clover, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean game over? Well, of you to assume we ever had control. He's gonna live in here with the rest of us.
The
Yeah.
9 door.
I can be his dad.
Opened.
We'll be his dad. The number 9 door has been opened.
Time for me to go.
No!
Like, we'll be his dad, Luna can be his mom, and Phi can be like the aunt that hates kids.
Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
That's quite a different line than last time from Clover. Justice. He'll leaped at Clover, his fists raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved towards the door.
Goodbye.
Yeah, she didn't say that she knows who Zero is and all that stuff this time. I caught one last glimpse of her face and she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. Good boy. She'd be like, hey, so Quark, you got that letter? I need some toilet
The
paper.
number
No, I'm just kidding.
door has closed. This ends the Nonary game.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Thank you for your participation.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
As the game is over, all doors escape, please.
Game over. All right. All right. Let's go. Didn't she still have to wait for the door to open? What was everyone doing? That always happens. I don't even question it anymore. Everyone's like, wait, in like slow motion, like in a cartoon. All right. Time to disarm that bomb. Let me see if I can scroll back up in the chat. Hopefully it's still there. Not auto. Skip. I wonder why they showed like the number 5 door. Whoa, whoa! Who was 5? Who was 5? In the wait. Who was number 5? Wasn't that Santa? Wait. Because it showed up. Oh, we were 5? Oh, Junpei was 5. Huh. Maybe Junpei is 0. Oh, thank you, bookmark. I don't gotta scroll up anymore. B, Q, Z, R, G, J, D, X, R. Woo! Santa was 3. I'm trying to remember everybody's numbers. 2 was who was 2? Dude, I'm like, I don't remember a lot of stuff. Ace was okay, hold on. So we got Junpei was 5, June was 6, 7. Oh, Snake was 2. Lotus was 8. 7 was 7. Oh, Ace was 1. Yeah, and 9 was the crazy guy. Not the crazy, yeah, the crazy guy. Yeah. Suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch. Man with no name. Yep. I'm a crazy dude in the beginning. Ah, that feels good. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. It's like my whole brain is just swimming in endorphins. I feel like it's just going to melt and dribble out my ears. This is without a doubt what heaven feels like. He's so weird. Why is he talking like that? Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this again. What? Isn't this great? Fi? Hey, what's going on? Yo, what if Zero is Sigma? And he set this game up to like as a game for him to like enjoy himself. And he has the bionic arms, you know, right? And then in the what you might call it, the recording whatever of Zero, like they had some stuff going on with his arms, even though it doesn't really say a lot. Hey, what's going on? You're really harshing the vibe here. Would it really kill you to smile? We just saved everybody. Yeah, maybe he just like wants to be praised. You know what I mean? That was what I was thinking when we were listening to the hologram. Yeah, what if he's the same person? He's like, oh, I want to talk to you, blah blah blah. You know, saying like all this stuff about him in a good way because the hologram is actually him. So he's like talking to himself, but he doesn't know that because like that part of his memory is like lost. So he's talking to his like previous self. This is all just a game to him. Well, also not that I need it or anything, but it sure would be nice to get a thank you or something. See, that's why he's like talking all weird. Like him jumping through hoops through time is somehow making him revert back to like who he originally was or something. Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I mean, we can't even hear Sigma's voice. It would be, oh yeah, that's right. Sigma doesn't, yeah. Our voice is Sigma's voice. Well, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll dress up in that swimsuit for you like I promised. I mean, just the swimsuit thing would be fine, really, but yeah, and he's getting more like kind of like horny over time. Are you even listening to me?
I am. You said you wished there was another bomb, right?
Well, I mean, I don't really...
I hope you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
What?
I remembered something too. Just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs.
Sigma is a grad student, so him being horny tracks. I know, but he it's more apparent like over time. I mean, and it could be that maybe he's developed a relationship with these people so he feels more comfortable, and that's like that side of him. I don't know. It could be.
They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3. But there's also one more. Bomb number 0.
I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Suddenly I remembered it too. I heard Dio say those very words in the 4B warehouse. No way.
Looks like you remember it too.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Shit. We've only got 4 minutes.
Well, hurry up. We need to get to the 0 bomb.
Right. I yanked the input device out of the bomb and turned to chase after. What are you just standing there for? Go show me where the bomb is.
What? Are you telling me you don't know where it is?
I don't know. I thought there was a bomb in the lab, but then I was told there was another bomb.
You have got to be kidding me.
I mean, it's the same bomb. How the hell would I know where the bomb is? Uh-oh. You don't know? She bit her lip and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bomb if we don't know where the damn thing is.
Calm down. Just calm calm down.
In those vents right there.
You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere. Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb. Where would you hide something important?
Hide something important.
Right.
Hide. I was Dio. Where would I hide? Ah. Oh no. Not again. Cock blocked again. All right. Damn. All right. So we don't know where the other bomb is. Okay. So we're either going to 5 minutes of life. This is when we hit 0. Like our Fitbit hit below 1. So we are dying. I'm assuming at this point we know where the Accelavir is. The only thing is I don't know if they actually even went and got it. Then we got this one. This is how can Phi and K be saved? So the only thing, this is when I think at this point, like Dio he's dead and he is their partner. Like he is a solo and he's grouped up with Phi and K. So if Phi and K can't like answer, or like if Dio can't participate in the AB room game, then they end up dying. I would bury myself than pretend Dio would rather lock 3. Yeah, Dio had it. He blackmailed us to vote ally lock 3. Oh, yeah. Lock number 3. Lock number 1. Yeah, we can do this one. This one just because it seems more intertwined with where we're at right now. This one is like I don't know. I don't know the answer to this one. I'm sure we'll know once we play it, but I don't know. All right, this is where we are dying.
Sigma's BP is
Negative.
I'm gonna skip because we kind of just summarize what's going on. Cake Salivir. We don't know what to do.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand? There's something white on it.
The Jizz hand ending, the Jizz hand scenario was in Sigma's, right? I think. I'm pretty sure.
The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
Your arms are cybernetic.
Gotta hand it to you. What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? It was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But still, even if he has cybernetic arms, it said that his arms are like they'll still affect his body. So I don't know if this means he's gonna like freaking rip his arm off or something or what. But I had no idea why, nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctively remembered having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna I'd seen, I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. What you gonna do, man? Rip your arms off? I called up all the strength I had left and stood one more time. One more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma! What are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Then hurry up and...
Hey, don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Want to come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Aw. Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But
Do you think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one who we can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
I began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down. I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna play out right now. Rip his arm off. That's all I can think of. But he'd probably die.
The number 9, it will read.
It's been fun. Peace.
Peace.
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already. But just UK.
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. You can punch him in the dick. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor and wrapping my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey!
You think we're gonna get him to tell us where the other bomb is? This might be it.
What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close. Let go!
Tell me where the bomb is and I'll let you go. And then we go back in time.
Oh, God damn it! Let me go!
Tell me where the bomb number 0 is and I will let you go. He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. Far as I recall, it didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door. But the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma! Stop! That's enough!
You think that the door is gonna crush our arm or something?
Please, you have to let go!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go.
That would be even I don't know. I mean, I thought ideally it'd be better for him to get the info from him. Be like, yo, if you tell me where the number 0 or the 0 bomb, I will let you go. But if this is the whole oh, let's put my arm in the doorway and crush my arm, before I get shot up with the freaking, I don't know what the hell it is, freaking poison. Like, why do you even have to grab his leg? He could have just put his arm there. Heh. Alright. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die. You senile old fuck!
Senile? No, I'm going to live. Did that thing just crush our arm?
The number 9 door has closed. This ends. Thank you. As the game escape, please
He grabbed his leg to fuck with Dio. What's going on? It sounded like there was like a crunching sound. The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired, so very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed, and then nothing.
Sigma! Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Wait! Wasn't there one ending where our arm was like missing? I'm trying to recall. There was an ending where our arm was like gone and our bracelet was gone, but everyone was everyone was gone. And then we got game over. A bad end of the Sigma one. Oh, yeah, see, I remember now. I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed, which meant the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
You guess?
Well, I wasn't there to see it. I was out, just like you. But I was in the AB room.
Why?
That bastard Kay. He punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him.
Yeah, there was, I mean, apparently it's in the bad Sigma side, but there was one ending where we actually got 9 and we tried to escape. I think we tried to escape and they caught us. They stopped us and we got punched and knocked out. And then basically we woke up here and then Sigma sees that his hand is missing along with his Fitbit, and then there's nobody around and we get game over. So the assumption is that everybody just eventually ditched him and he was by himself.
He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa. And after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door. With Dio. You told him to go, remember?
We didn't even try to escape, we just got to 9. Yeah, they just kind of jumped us as far as I can remember. I think they saw our hand. Yeah. So they saw the white stuff on our hand. I think. And then they knocked us out. Oh yeah.
Is your arm okay?
Arm?
I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
Yeah, right. I looked down on my left hand, or rather I looked down at where my left hand should have been. So this is kind of similar to the ending. It said there was a stub wrapped in white gauze, but there was no gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Oh yeah, how's Quark? Yo, doesn't that mean if our hand got smashed in the door, wouldn't that mean our Fitbit is on the other side?
I'm right here.
Quark. Man, I'm glad you're alright. Feeling better?
Yep, thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right?
We did?
Luna gave it to me and now I'm better. Thanks.
Oh yeah. This is a scenario where we tell him he can leave as long as he gives us the Excelavir. And so he gives us the Excelavir and he leaves.
You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew how much I'd make a deal with Dio and about the journal we found with the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is.
We're not infected, the rest of the world is. But Quark and Alice has flipped out. They flipped out. And like everyone, we've flipped out actually. We get infected at some point. Actually, I guess it means at this point we're not infected, the rest of the world is, but we are still prone to being infected during the Nonary
That
games.
means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah, Phi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I noticed. 1. If we were in a shelter for uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. See, this is like what we just said. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. My theory is that we know in another playthrough there were 3 people in the pods. I want to say that the people that got infected, like Alice and Quark and I don't know, whoever, so, they locked themselves in the pod to kind of time it so they'd awake when the Nonary game started. So I guess they'd have time to find a cure or something, or maybe to open the doors because they knew like the cure was in one of the rooms. I don't know. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in the Nonary game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why try and kill us? If you were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
That sounds strange. Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored? Zero. I mean, Sigma Zero.
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Socoril.
What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Adam's analysis confirmed it.
But what if the Adam is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No. My translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point.
Meaning?
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
You know, based on her theory that we knew the pandemic was going to happen, it's possible that we could be Zero. Just because we have that ability to time travel.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up, right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Repopulate? Uh-oh, here we go. I looked around and did a quick inventory. Inventory. Talking like they're pieces of meat. 4 women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only young, fertile male. Oh damn, we got the luck of the draw. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. Oh. Dirty as hell. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth.
The game's over.
Sigma, please stop. Yeah, maybe Sigma is Zero and he had these people come in because he didn't want to like be by himself. Or he needed to repopulate, but why the hell would he bring this old dude and the kid in too?
There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So, are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
8?
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. No? But then like in a different playthrough, Tenmyoji's like, we're gonna get back at Zero Senior, we know who it is. We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, yeah, like the interesting crotch screenshot from his memory.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6 and killed herself?
But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
What? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. Does she look like June? I can't, it's really hard to say. I mean, June wore purple and she's wearing purple. It must be June. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Fi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead, no, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Fi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. No! It's June's mom! Grandma! A card?
Looks like an ID card for this place.
No! So it's June? Yo, we were right. So Tenmyoji is Junpei? I don't know. I guess.
Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh? Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kirishiki. Yeah, because June's name is Akane Kirishiki. Because remember, you didn't see it, but I think we told you yesterday that Tenmyoji had a picture of a young June or Akane in the director's room to use the facial recognition thing. And then he was saying, or Quark was saying how that picture was a picture of his like first love or something, like Tenmyoji's first love. And then we're like, oh, so that means that he was probably like the third wheel to June and Junpei or some shit like that. But either that, yeah, either he was a third wheel or he was actually Junpei. Ever heard of it before?
Nope.
What you mean, nope?
You?
No. Anything on the back? Jumpy doll. What? There's something written here. It says Jumpy doll.
Well, actually it says
Jumpy!
pass equals Jumpy doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy doll is a password of
It's
some
not
sort.
Jumpy doll, it's Junpei doll. Jumpy doll. What the hell does that mean?
Beats me.
I'ma guess the computer passes Jumpy doll. Looks handwritten. She must have put it on here herself so she wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
We were still looking the card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's wrong?
Uh-oh.
Alice!
Oh no.
What are you planning to do with that?
Fi and I turned around and gasped.
Damn it.
We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. This is happening now? Actually, I guess the timing is right. Yeah, we never helped her. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. The look on her face was all too familiar. I'm crazy! She looked just like Quark had before he went insane, but that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hand moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air, then driving it down toward her heart. No! Wait. They didn't stop her? Yo, what the hell? They didn't do anything. Just make a little squishy sound. Alright. That was Quark's ending. An equal and opposite reaction. Why was that Quark's ending? Hold on, I gotta process what we just saw. Okay, so Quark said the only thing Quark related was that he said that she could be Zero. Let's examine, and then he was the one that kind of moved it forward for us to examine her, and then we found her ID card that said Jumpy Doll. So either she is June from 999 or she is somehow related to her. I'm gonna guess the former. That's the end of that. Lock one time because we saved him. Oh yeah, you're right. We don't know the passcode for... Actually, we don't know the location of Zero Bomb yet, so we can't do this. We have the passcode. I'm assuming it's for the computer on this end, but I don't want to do this one yet. I kind of want to pursue that one last, so we're going to do this one. The only thing is, like, I wanted to play where I could kind of fathom my thoughts, I guess, to understand, like, based on everything we've learned thus far, like, how does this proceed? But I don't really know. Okay, so this happened kind of a while back. From my memory is that we end up going to that room with the pods in it, and we find Dio. He's dead inside the pod. I think because we put him in during the playthrough, and then we go back to find him because we need a vote. I think we either need a vote or we need to go... Hold on. We need a vote or we need to play a game. Either way, he's dead inside of the pod, and he's needed because I think he's a solo and he's grouped up with Phi and K. So if he doesn't vote, everybody amongst that group gets punished. Punishment meaning that they would instantly be killed. So we... yeah, at that point, we don't know how to save them. Apparently we know now, but I can't recall anything we've learned that would be able to rescue them. So that's where we're at. I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the end. Well, not the end, but where we got stuck. But you'll see the picture of Dio, I assume.
Is an anesthetic called soporil beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an
antidote for tubocurine.
Oh. So tubocurine is the poison, right? Because Soparil is the initial one.
I knew it!
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
To each according to his needle. Of course, the antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running toward the exit. Whoa, this is new.
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment door. Treatment center. So Dio has the gun? So we're gonna take it off of his corpse? I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, what if he moved? That would be hella scary. Please still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it. Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Uh-oh. Shit. I can't save both of them.
1 minute remain.
1 minute? Shit. I spun around and shot out of the treatment center.
Three, 2, 1. Chromatic doors closing.
No, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Is this who do I pick type thing? Kay and Phi lay limp on the floor in front of me. So everyone else went through the doors, right? But they couldn't go through because they don't have Dio. In my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or Kay? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. Maybe he can put it right there. Actually, that looked like it would hurt. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself towards Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger. We couldn't find Clover and Tenmyoji, I think, and Luna and Alice are dead. Oh, really? Damn. We're like lacking people.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I injected you with Neostigma, and it's a type of cholesterol inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxing.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. I never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Because I love you. Heh. Guess you got a point. Honestly, it didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Dude, I take it back. I'ma suck it out like snake poison. Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die? How about something more tender? Oh.
No. Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you.
Well, I thought she'd be like, I don't want to live if I can't be without you.
No goddamn way. I'm not gonna.
Her words slurred and slowed and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good, Fi's gonna be alright. But Kay... I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open? There's a hole here on the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait, then he... But when could he have... It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
But what if he lied? Could Kay have taken the key? How he'd gotten it didn't really matter anymore. That what did matter was that Kay had been able to remove his armor. And he had. You think he's a robot or something? What are you saying about us? Oh, we have the key, or he does. Holy shit, then that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled toward Kay. Kay, wake up! Come on, talk to me! I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? Oh, you think? Oh, I remember. Yeah, this is like, I want to go lay down. So he went to the lounge and he lays on the couch and you see him, but you're like, okay, I'm not going to bother him. He's just sleeping. So he's trying to imply that he has the key to remove his armor and took it off, laid his armor down, and I guess went to go kill Dio? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters, you headed for the elevator. I'm like, why would he kill Dio? I mean, we know Dio is the bad guy, but I bumped into Fi. We went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor, I guess. By then, you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, although he probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back before Fi and I noticed something was up. I mean, a lot of this kind of is speculation. I mean, Sigma is essentially doing the same thing we do, is speculate what happened based on just like little hints and things like that. But the part of him saying that he didn't see a key in the safe is kind of weird, because usually they're, well, There's usually, I wouldn't say there's always an item. It's always like 2 cards and the actual key to get out. So, I mean, he could have been telling the truth, but sometimes there are items in there, like other miscellaneous items. When you got back to Florida, you did us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. I do remember there being some kind of noise. I remember that part. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Yeah, we still don't even know who Kay is. It's like it's been such like a afterthought. Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. Okay, wake up! Something's happened! You pretended to wake up very disoriented and confused. Well, what is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes, your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me.
He took the life of someone very important to me. Luna? The only person I can think of is Luna. Only because Luna's never, in all of the playthroughs, Luna's never gone crazy. The old woman? What?
I couldn't.
Who did he kill?
Me.
Oh, the old woman. That's why we locked up Dio, because we found out he killed her. That's why we locked up Dio, because we found out he killed her. Oh yeah, because of the Windex. We sprayed the Windex on his wrist and he had the mark. Yeah. Okay, I remember now.
She was like mother to me.
But we didn't know. Oh my god, dude! We totally guessed this. In Kay's, that one point where like Kay is kind of like telling us all this stuff about his childhood, we suspected that the old woman was like his mom.
She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
But then we like kind of rejected that notion because we assumed like Tenmyoji was the scientist, right? So we thought like, oh, Tenmyoji is Kay's dad. But then wouldn't Kay recognize? We're like, well, wouldn't Kay recognize him? But then I think he did say he lost his memory. But then there was like some way for us to kind of be like, no, it's not possible because, oh, you know what? It might have been, we were like, well, how come Tenmyoji doesn't recognize Kay? But maybe it's related to, maybe there's something about the suit that changes his voice or something. But then he remembers her.
Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Damn, what the hell happened? June, you ugly now. Whoa, hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma. Unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you.
What's up? What's up?
I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention.
This is kind of like how Luna was talking to us.
Cannot forget.
Forget? He wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with two heads,
No!
the sun, remember these letters. Milkevoli.
Yo, gotta put it down. Milkevoli. Milk Evoli. Right? Kevoli, yeah.
This will open the second gate.
Second gate, huh? Key 2 for Sun Lion. Milk Evoli. What the hell? Hey, who told you to tell me this? You know what? We got the Luna code like 2 days ago, and I'm pretty sure it's not in the chat anymore. I mean, we can go look it up because technically we should know it already. I mean, no, we can go back and actually hear it from her. No, who are you? Show me the money, who you really are. I grabbed the hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. Is that us? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. What? What is going on? This is more confusing now. I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug, tubocurin. Wait, so you think Sigma, like us Sigma, you think we're a robot? Maybe, cause I do remember Kay, he was telling us that his dad and like his mom were working on, I think, robots. They were doing something robot related. But then how does that tie into why are we who we are? This game is really weird and confused. Yes, that's like this game in a nutshell. It's like you're just confused the entire time. Even when you have answers, you are still confused. My vision began to blur and my heart felt unnaturally heavy. But that's what it is, man. It's supernatural. Nothing makes sense. The world faded away and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. So Kay has our face. What the hell? I was waiting for that reaction for ages. Through the looking glass. It's an appropriate achievement. What the hell is going on, man? I mean, I feel like the answers are there, but they're just kind of all over the place. And you kind of have to... You have to put like take those segments and put them together to create something logical, but you don't have the proper, you're missing that one piece of glue to really like tie everything together. So we can make a a theory based on the things that we've seen, but we still don't have that piece that kind of ties everything together. Dude, we're gonna do the big ones now. Oh damn. Okay. Wait. So we don't know where bomb 0 is, so that means we have to actually do the left part. And I'm assuming... Oh, two-headed lion. Oh no, that's the Luna and K one. My guess is Luna is a robot. You guys remember this room, right? Huh?
There's no one here.
The computer has been turned on.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion.
Is biting.
A sun?
It has a couple input fields for user ID and password.
Probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
I turned and headed off toward the bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun, remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun... Could this be the ninth lion? Then maybe... remembering all the instances where people are dead. I remember. All right, so we got Milk Evoli, right? I'm assuming the Luna portion is the hold on, Milk Evoli, MILKEVOLI. Well, we don't. Thank you, Robbie. All right, so GTF. So this is the code that Luna told us. DML. 016, and then the pass is what Kay just told us, which is milk EVOLI. God damn, we did it. Dude, you guys remember this? We were here like in the beginning of this playthrough, maybe what, like a couple days into the game, we got stuck at this computer and it's come full circle. Freaking, what is it, 21 streams later, which is like, if we streamed every single day and I didn't miss any days, is essentially a month's worth of streams. 1 month. Fi, come come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What? How did you figure out the login?
We've been playing this game for a month. That's how. I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
Hey, I feel like if we've been playing a game for a month, we deserve to know the password, okay? You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at this.
Sure. Fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here. Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes, but no matter what Vi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here.
I see the word fun, and I see kid. Jason Kidd. I see ass. Captain Kidd. Wait, yeah. I saw Kid, but I didn't see Captain somehow.
Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for, GTFDML016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Vi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
Well, it's going to show a picture of Luna, and then I'm going to be sad. So, was GTFDML016 a golem's ID?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
No! Luna, no! I thought we were gonna get married and have kids! I'm gonna have sex with a robot. Oops. Luna.
Yeah.
I knew she was too good to be true. Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
It is this special artificial biological tissue that's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does.
This was so long ago. That model seems rather buff. I know.
Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you.
Man, but who are we?
See, right in the middle.
I mean, Fry from Futurama did that.
Luna was a golem.
The Lucy Liu robot. Oh yeah, true. And Futurama is a great show.
And DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Gollum was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
I was at work when I saw this part. This guy was hilarious. Are you talking about the cowboy robot? Are you So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Single. Currently operational. Executing special mission? You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something?
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampf test?
A what?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot.
I knew all along.
That might almost explain the whole game, actually.
The flashback robot.
Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like the Chinese room. Oh yeah, I remember this!
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room. And the 8 of us are the people outside it. Well, like I always say...
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought.
I like how this game revolves around... They take like real life theories and they apply it to the game. All that matters is the person next to you does what a human ought.
Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, and it's probably a person.
What up, Jenza? When did you figure it out that she was a golem? I mean...
Right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
I knew all along. She was too good to be true. You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Gollum in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
I forgot. I kind of remember slightly the details about the Chinese room theory, which is like a girl locked in a room. She doesn't speak the same language as the people outside of the door. So then she has to somehow communicate with them. So there's like books on the shelf. So she takes the books and I don't know, something like she learns stuff from the book and then she's able to communicate with them, but she doesn't understand what the words mean or something. I remember the story, I just don't know what it's, I can't remember what it's supposed to support. Like you just do it?
Yeah.
Do you have 6 Guys burgers? That'd be the first, well, maybe 6 Guys. I'd just be like any burger.
Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
I ain't picky in that status. Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational, executing a special mission. Whoa! Wait, what the hell? Luna's D?
You think robots die?
Luna's D?
She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is...
Of course, Luna's the one who opened the AB gate.
That might not be the only thing she did.
The AB gate?
Look.
What do you mean?
What are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016?
And where have we seen that before?
I don't know. That's lewd. No. No, I don't believe it. But why though? Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Tenmyoji?
We should go check her body. You
No
remember where it
way.
is?
The crew quarters, of course, I remember. Dude, what if she like turns into the Terminator? That'd be kind of freaky. Uh-oh. We were right. Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
Five minutes remain.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. Dude, I remember when we first found them, I was so shocked when we saw Alice and Luna were both dead. Then we're just like, who did it?
Invalid hair detected.
Who killed who? What the hell happened? Who was Zero? Like all this shit was going through our head. And then freaking 21 streams later, we're like, it's all bullshit. And the funny thing is, they purposely made it. They somehow made it so we do this portion. Actually, scratch that. We didn't have to do that portion in the beginning, but somehow, coincidentally, we did that right from the start, and we ended up going back to it like towards the end. I mean, I guess if we got lucky, we could have gotten the code from Luna and then Kay like earlier and then go back here. But coincidentally, it's like we did it from the start and then almost towards the end, we're back. And it's such a different feeling when we initially saw them just like dead. Because I think that was the first time that we actually experienced a person dying in the game besides the old lady. Crazy. Invalid pair detected.
Please retry with valid partner.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. Yeah, it's such a different mindset. I set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AB room.
2 minutes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who are we playing against?
Wait. Sigma.
Yeah? Huh? Door closed, please. Luna? Yo, she's scary now, man. I'm scared of her.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
You know what's funny? Is why do I feel like we saw something like that before? Like that's happened before, but I can't recall when the hell that happened. Why is she scary? Because we thought she died and now she's a robot and she's just standing out there like kind of just I don't know, it's just kind of eerie. I guess scary is not the proper word. It's more kind of eerie. She's just out there, you know, and she always had this like happy-go-lucky personality, and all of a sudden you hear the truth about her. You think that she's dead, and then she's just out there by herself, just standing in an empty warehouse, peering into your room. Like, that's kind of creepy. Yo, what up, Plagiarize? Alice secretly waking up and voting against you. Oh, yeah. Wait. Did we see Alice standing outside too at one point? Or it showed a flashback. Why do I feel like it was Luna before then? I don't know. I feel like we've seen that image, but you're probably right, Plagiarize. I just can't recall. She's posing like that after you just found out. Yeah, it's like she's been revealed, so who knows what's going through her head. And then your score was negative. Do we get a game over? Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna here?
She's probably planning on participating in the game.
I mean, why? I mean... You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
Maybe she's been manipulating us all along. How's she going to vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it.
How do you know?
Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
Huh. Dude, but I mean... I don't know. We don't know her mission. She's got 7 BP,
Yeah.
right?
Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now.
What?
Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on.
I thought something similar with Alice, maybe, right? Yeah, I think so. There was just some... I just remember a picture, a vision of seeing someone being inside the AB room and looking out and seeing somebody in the warehouse. I guess that was Alice. To make sure we aren't dead? To make sure we aren't dead. It was the morphogenetic field.
And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
But doesn't she always ally? Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
But then, I mean, we have escaped before in Dio's ending. Was she knocked out in that version? It's possible that she was unconscious. But I can't recall. Because she's been... I feel like she has been in that situation more than once. Like, at least twice. But I don't remember which playthrough it was. I want to say it's Dio's.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
No, but then like freaking, there was so many instances where we got game over because somebody escaped. So how could that be her agenda? Or it could be just for our character. Like it could just be for Sigma. Like that's her mission, is to disrupt Sigma from escaping. And the only reason we escaped in Dio's ending is because she was unconscious during the time.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
She does always ally.
I trust him.
I don't want to. I'm not going to betray her.
2, 1.
I'm still kind of creeped out though.
Round 3 of the results. We thank you, Amberdex Gate.
Man, if I'm gonna be so pissed.
Hey, Sigma.
What's up?
Are you insane? Why the hell did you choose Ally?
Wait, we can talk about that. Hold on, where are we at on the flow chart? We can talk about that later. Right now, hey, we're gonna be able to do betray. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then there it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote Ally for her?
Results from round, please.
Right, the results.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
Oh shit. I didn't realize so many people were dead. What the hell? That's kind of... Dude, this is like actually the first time we've seen skulls. Dude. By judging you, I know, right?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Yeah, this path was the most... What is the word? It's the most... It like fucked with us the most. Because literally we saw... Not everyone die like in one of the endings, but I mean, we saw people drop off like one at a time. Points have been assigned or subtracted. 999. I mean, yeah, we've seen skulls in the previous game, but I'm talking about strictly in this game.
Please check your bracelet.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized. I'm gonna skip this part. We already know. No, I mean the numbers were 999. Dude, you're right. Well, there were skulls in the previous game too, but yeah, what you're saying stands. 999. Is that coincidence? Then again, 5 of them are dead already. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless.
999. 9 doors, 9 hours, 9 people.
Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but...
Maybe, I don't know, maybe she is in this game to test us. To see if we, even though she's a robot, would we still maybe not leave without her or something.
All right. What do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving.
Yeah, right. She wanted to bounce.
We need to find Quark.
And Luna too, right?
Luna.
The Amberjack's gates have closed.
Alright, we gotta go find Luna, aka T-1000.
Round 4. Star keys.
Actually, it would be the T100? Fine, I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair, just like before, but Phi had changed to a red solo. It didn't really matter though, both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright, Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Don't split up. Stay together. She's a robot too. They're robots. She's a robot. It's like, hey, let's find Luna. AKA, let's go look at every single corpse so we can get like PTSD. I still can't believe like the lounge was our first puzzle. Like, I feel like that was one of the harder rooms. Oh man, this room was so long ago. This one too.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
Uh-oh. What is
There
it?
are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Okay. Yeah. According to the map, there's the door on the bottom. That's the door on the bottom. That's a lever. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. Maybe the game just wanted you to mix lots of drinks. Not just that, but just the whole puzzle on like where they're sitting, and then we had to think about, oh well, you got to reverse it because you have to look at it as the bartender's point of view, like that. And it was just, I don't know, I don't want to say it like prepared us for the other puzzles in the game, but that room always made me realize, or made me think, that I could never overthink the puzzles as a whole, because in a lot of instances there were like 2 different sets of rules, I guess you can say. I don't know, like you couldn't combine things because it would throw you off, because some of the hints are entirely separate. We pull it. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Which was kind of true, but then eventually, as you go further and further through the game, I didn't really think about it that much. Maybe because we just subconsciously kind of got used to how the puzzles worked in this game. Potentially. Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it and how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. Oh god. What the heck are these things? We've never seen these.
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
What mint pods? Oh, you think Quark is in one of them? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know. So this part never changes. This is set in stone, and the reason is because you can't get this far without experiencing parts of the treatment room. So the game is mostly linear, but the way that they designed it made it kind of appear to be a open-ended game. Not that that's bad. I just think it's like good design because it makes you think twice about the decisions that you make. Well, at least at some point it made me kind of judge on whatever choices we'd go with, because I kind of worried if it would have changed something, but I don't think it does overall. One sec, guys. Alright, I gotta go in a couple minutes, but I'm gonna play for a little bit more and then we'll continue tomorrow. But I think tomorrow's the day!
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being used?
Glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
Quark! Quark! I knew it. Yo, is he still crazy? The small boy. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
What about Luna? Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. Isn't he infected? His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
No, Luna and the cure? What if Luna just like appears, right? She stands there and there's no music, and then all of a sudden her eyes turn red, and then you see her like running towards you. I'd be so scared. Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this?
It's like straight out of a horror movie. Or what if the lights go off in the warehouse, right? And all of a sudden just one light appears right above her, and you see her just standing there staring at you with the back wall is like covered in like blood or some shit like that, and all of a sudden her eyes turn red and then she just like starts running towards you. Actually, I think a slow walk would be more scary.
You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What you mean? She didn't kill nobody. We don't know in this timeline yet, do we? Are you talking about the Radical 6 stuff? I want to say at this point they kind of know, but they haven't acknowledged it.
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay.
Yeah, they don't. At this point, she is not thinking about the Radical 6, but we don't know Sigma.
There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But why?
Why doesn't matter.
See, this is how we were thinking before. If we didn't find out about all that stuff while playing through the other playthroughs, we would be thinking what she's thinking, which is what we initially were thinking that way. We're like, who killed who? Who's Zero? Basically, that was our mindset, but we know that's not the truth, and I don't really suspect her at all.
Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core.
Her brain is in the central computer core?
That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
Yeah, but why was there blood? Well, then we know at this point that Dio was the one that killed her. To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay.
Yeah, this? Oh, we know now. Kay obviously impaled him with that, just based on the ending we just got with him. But this is not explained, because that obviously is not something that he could have done to himself, because we've never actually yeah, he could. There's no way he couldn't have done. Even if he had Radical 6, like, he couldn't have done that.
Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive.
It isn't, like the entire game in itself.
Look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer?
Quark.
Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Jr.'s. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Where are we at? Alright, guys, I would love to continue this and see what happens, at least even just like the next portion, but we are out of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and we shall continue this tomorrow. But 8:32 p.m. Pacific, 3 hours, 2 minutes, and 21 seconds. Very solid stream today. Thank you guys very much for watching, lurking, and listening. Thank you for kicking it with me in the chat and hanging out. Thank you everybody that stuck around and dropped by today. Thank you for all of the hosts. Q, Bookmark, Watusi, Real Killer Miss, Tiago, Obotron, Surcharge, Zoid, Weird Game Studios, Janza, Deathquam, Puha, Noob Queen, Rackshaw, Dryad, Sammy the Berber, and everybody else that hosted throughout the stream. Thank you very much. Tomorrow is Friday, which is kind of an appropriate day to end the game just because it's the end of the week. But, you know, there's really no guarantee that we'll finish it tomorrow, because I've been saying that for a while, not finishing the actual game, but underestimating how far we would get on a particular day. Like, that's been a reoccurring thing. But we're pretty close. We only have to do this portion. I'm guessing one of these will reveal where the bomb is that unlocks this part, and we'll be able to continue from here. But hopefully tomorrow it'd be kind of bittersweet to end on a Friday, which would be, what was it, day 22 streams. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that is the plan for tomorrow. But as usual, I will let you guys know via Twitter and Discord. So check out the Twitter and Discord. Friday. What time did I get on today? We started around 4, 5, 6. Wait, 4, 5, 6. No, actually, we started around 5 o'clock. 5:30? 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. Yeah, we started around 5:30. I don't know. I don't know what my day is going to look like tomorrow, but I do anticipate that we should be streaming. And if we have enough time wrapping the game up, I don't know. We shall see. Man, it has been a long time coming. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So thank you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your evening. I will talk to you guys soon. Take cares. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Peace.